Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now in today's video I'm going to put you onto a little bit of a scavenger hunt. What we're going to do is the Civivi knives fracture fan giveaway. Before I get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Civivi Knives who have provided these knives for the giveaway. Now in my hands here I have the Civivi Knives Fracture. This is a very limited time one production run model that after this production run will never come back. So here we have a little bit of a collector's item, and I'm going to give two of these away to my fans and the fans of Civivi Knives. Now with that said, I have a whole bunch to show you, and I'm hoping you're going to enjoy this. And if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. So here before us, again, we have the Civivi Knives Fracture. This little knife here, very, very cool. This was actually designed and produced by the people at Civivi in order to basically say thank you to all their customers and fans by offering a very, very affordable entry price point for this. This has a MAP pricing of $28.50. Now, if you're not familiar with Civivi knives, and you probably are, but if you're not, Civivi is really the budget line of knives. And I hate to use the term budget because budget makes people think cheap. I can tell you these are not cheaply made. They are just affordable. They don't have quite the same features necessarily as the lineup, but they are, again, very, very nice. So this particular knife was actually named through a fan selection process. So they had a contest and people voted, and the name is the Fracture. So again, even though this knife comes in at a very nice MAP price of $28.50, Civivi basically did that in order to create a collector's piece. And for those people watching today, well, you don't necessarily even need to buy one of these. You could potentially win one of them that I have here on the table. So for me personally, I am going to keep and use and continue to experiment with this green. However, for my viewers and fans of Civivi, you are going to have the opportunity to win either this black model or the blue. Now, as you look at the details here, each one of these knives is slightly different. You'll notice that there are a couple of different blade shapes and obviously a number of different colors. So the Fracture here rings in at a total overall length of 7.74 inches. The blade length here is 3.35 inches and is made of 0.10 inch thick stock. The blade steel is 8CR14 MOV and it has been stone washed. It's a full flat grind. That is not hollow ground. That is a flat grind. And you can get it in either a tanto or a drop point. Now that's the case for each one of the colors. And as mentioned here, you can see the green, black, and blue. But this also comes in gray or orange. So very nice. All of them coming with a plain edge. So no serrations, but a plain edge. And what you'll notice is there is no lock. So these are basically a detent slip joint. So you can see there, one stop, two stops, clicking open. Very, very positive. That is a nice, solid detent. No wiggle, no movement, and just a great feeling knife in the hand. Now, if you've been watching my channel, you know I'm typically sort of the hard-used fixed blade guy. However, keep in mind, I carry a pocket knife everywhere I go every single day. So even though I naturally gravitate towards harder use in woodscraft, I do greatly enjoy my pocket knives. Now what I can tell you is this is a nice slim package, beautifully fitting in my hands. I mean, look how thin that is. This will just melt away in your pocket. And that stone wash finish, beautifully done. And I love how it goes right into the frame. You'll notice that the frame here is also powder coated. So you end up with the stone wash going through the frame, but the frame itself also having the gray powder coat finish and then going into the color of the scales. I think it's a great look. It looks very, very nice. And then as I flip this over, you'll see black hardware, a black clip, deep ride pocket carry, and the screws are pretty much flush. So as we look there, the screws being a flush design, so that's nice. It's not going to snag the pocket. I bet this is going to feel great going into my pocket. Now, the Civivi pivot screw is generally done with the C logo on there, so very cool. Typical Civivi markings on this. And just minor subtleties again when you look between the models. So black hardware here being on the green. Actually black hardware as we look at the blue. Also having gray on the frame. But then the black model, they change it up a little bit and you get your stainless, and then inside there still the gray. So very cool, nicely done. You'll see that the clip on the black model, again, more of a stainless steel, kind of like a medium gray color. So nicely done. These Civivi knives are very, very nice. And I haven't had too many Civivi knives, so it's great for me to get my hands on these and continue to look at the Civivi quality and just to sort of refresh my mind. Like I said, I haven't had too many Civivi knives, and so this is a great opportunity for me. I do like the fact that here you can see it is a reversible pocket clip, so that's very cool. It's going to work very well for righties and lefties, and for once, you're not, as a lefty, getting stuck with a righty frame lock or something like that. You know, a lot of times when you get into the locking mechanism and you swap the clip around, you're still, as a lefty, stuck dealing with that. But in this case, that's a moot point where you don't have a lock. So very, very cool. This has a huge cutout, and I'm not even sure if I can deploy this. It's very stiff, and I have to be careful, but I can do it one-handed. It's going to take a little bit of practice and getting used to it, but you can do it. You just need to be careful. And then closing the knife here, again, that's your first click, and bang. Very solid. Now let's look at the centering here. Appears to be very much perfect. Zooming in on that a little bit. There you go. Absolutely perfectly centered. Beautifully done here from Civivi. And just looking at some of the finer details, here it looks to be a T8 star bit on all hardware. So from your frame screw to your pivot screw, that does appear to be T8s all the way around. So no T6s on this one. Maybe I would have to look a little bit closer. Let's test that out. And getting on it here, you will see this is my T6. So T6s for your pocket clip, and then T8s for your frame screws and pivot screw. And I wonder, if you were going lefty, could you potentially take that pivot screw and swap it over to this side? That way you would have show side presentation as a lefty. Hard to say, but that would be interesting. So anyway, overall, just beautifully, beautifully done. And now as we wrap this up, you will see this is the typical Civivi packaging. So just a simple little cardboard box, little silica gel, the knives coming nicely wrapped in the plastic, and here you'll see here labeled Tonto Blade Green. So again, the green here being the one that I am going to keep for my own personal use. But that leads me now to the giveaways. How do you get your hands on these blades? Well, the way this is going to work is I am going to bring this green version of the Civivi Fracture on an upcoming trip. And when I do that, both of these knives are going to be available. I'm going to do 2 drawings and 2 drawings only. One for the black and one for the blue. The first drawing will be for the black. The second drawing will be for the blue. But how do you enter? Well, when I go on this trip, you're basically going to have to keep your eyes open for some upcoming trip footage. On that trip, I'm going to take photographs of this green version, and on the photos, I'm going to put the Outer Limitless logo. For example, here's what the photo is going to look like. So as you see this photograph, you see the green Civivi Fracture with the Outer Limitless logo. That's exactly what you're going to see on the upcoming giveaway video. Now, I'm not really going to announce it. You just kind of got to pay attention to my channel. If you're really a fan of Outer Limitless, you probably watch most of my videos. You're going to know when this is coming up because you're going to see this probably in my pocket, probably being used, and you're definitely going to find some photographs. So, when you see the photographs, any timestamp within the time you're seeing the photo, so if the photo starts, say, at 1 minute in the video and goes to 1 minute and 10 seconds, just grab a timestamp somewhere in there and write it down. Now, there's going to be a whole bunch of photos, not just one. What you're going to do, write down all the timestamps for every one of the photos, and you're going to email me at outerlimitless@gmail.com with all the timestamps for the photos. If you get them right, you will then be eligible for the giveaway. But you're not done yet. I am going to post the photo that you saw in this video to the Civivi fan photos page, as well as my Outer Limitless Instagram. So you're going to go to Civivi_fan_photos and leave a comment on the photograph that you saw in this video saying, hey, count me in for the giveaway. If you do that and something along those lines, just shout out and let me know that you're paying attention. And you're also going to see the same photograph on my Outer Limitless Instagram page. So the 3 things you need to do: grab all the timestamps of the photos of these knives in my upcoming trip video, go to the Civivi Knives fan page on Instagram and leave a comment, and also go to the Outer Limitless Instagram page and leave a comment. Once that's done, I'm going to take everybody who has entered. I'm going to go through my email. I'm going to pick out all of you who have entered and properly followed the instructions, and at that point, I'm going to do a follow-up video and draw the winners. We'll get you these knives out pretty darn soon. Now, this is all going to happen in the month of August here, so pay attention, and you're hopefully going to be able to get yourselves a free knife. Not only a free knife, but hopefully a collector's edition knife, something that you're not going to be able to get moving into the future. But for now, if you're also interested in purchasing one of these, well, where can you get them? Well, Civivi has a listing of their dealers on their website. So, taking a look at the link below as well as down in the comments, that will give you all the information you need to find this Civivi fracture. So, all right, guys, there you have it. A look at this Civivi fracture. Again, beautiful little knife, very cool. I think it's an interesting design. I don't have too many slip joints, and I also don't have too many Civivi knives. So checking a couple of boxes here, definitely cool. Nice that this is a collector's item. I greatly like the shape. I love the utility purpose. I like that it's nice and light and nimble. It's going to melt away in my pocket. Just very well done from the people at Civivi. So all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.